What is up, guys? It is Christ, and I thought it's been a while since I've done sort of a lighter, and sort of less serious video. The last one I did was really reacting to My Strange Addiction, and that was pretty messed up. Most people didn't like that because it was so gross, but I really like the type of gross content like that. I learned my lesson, though. People did not like that, so I'm not going to be uploading more of that unless you guys want to see that, but we're going to be doing other sort of lighter, fun type of things in the channel in the future. And one of the things I wanted to start that with was WatchMojo. They did apparently a video called Top 10 Metallica Songs. And for anyone who doesn't know what WatchMojo are, they are sort of like a list kind of thing about any type of media, whether it be top 10 movies, music, video games, different kinds of stuff like that. And if there's a particular topic, they probably have a top 10 on it. And they've actually got 2 top 10 Metallica songs videos, and so if you guys want me to like check out the other one after this, I can. But they're also notoriously they're notorious for basically not doing any sort of research with their stuff, and they get a lot of hate for that. I know that I was pretty upset when they had done something that was Call of Duty Zombies related, because they completely just crapped all over like the list and didn't do any research. And I kind of expect the same thing out of this. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully they did their research. But this is going to be me reacting to their top 10 list, because a lot of times they just pick the most popular songs. They don't pick the actual best songs on a particular record. And so I expect to see crap like Enter Sandman being #1 or stuff like that, which hopefully is not the case. If not, we're going to do a little bit of ranting. But this is probably going to be a little bit more ranty video, because I expect there to be a lot of stupid decisions in this. So, yeah, I guess let's get started. Let's go ahead and make fun of them together.
They're off to Never Neverland.
Off to Never Neverland.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Metallica songs. For this list, we've chosen our entries based on a combination of the artist's fan favorites and their most commercially successful songs.
No, nothing else matters.
Hopefully you take the
Number 10,
fan
Welcome
favorites.
Home, Sanitarium.
We're going to pause here. This is what I'm going to have to pause on. It's a good decision. I would say it's one of the lesser known on Master of Puppets. The casual fan will just listen to stuff like maybe Master of Puppets and Battery at the very most, and they don't really consider. I was actually at a Metallica concert, and you'd be shocked at the amount of people that didn't know Fade to Black. So I would say it's safe to say that even less people know about Welcome Home Sanitarium. To put this in perspective, I was singing Fade to Black, and there was a person that was right beside me, and they're basically like, how are you singing this song? Like, I've never even heard this song in my life. And I'm like, I tried to keep my mouth shut, but like, come on. So Welcome Home Sanitarium is a really good song. Would it have been my pick from Master of Puppets? Absolutely not. Let's continue to see what they have to say about it and their reasons for justifying it.
Metallica's third effort may have been the first platinum-certified thrash metal album, but it also showcased the band's softer side.
It was not the first album to do that. The first album was Ride the Lightning.
Case in point, Welcome Home Sanitarium is considered a ballad, but it still managed to exhibit their technical mastery.
So far what they're all giving true statements, but when it comes to what I would have picked off of Master of Puppets, it would have been Disposable Heroes. I'm sorry. I love Battery, I love Master of Puppets, I love even this song. I love Orion. But when it comes to favorites, it has to be Disposable Heroes.
Based on One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, the 6.5-minute track is also a Metallica live staple. Number 9. Battery.
They have like 9 albums. Okay, at the time of this recording, they didn't have Hardwired released. I don't think they did. Let me look. When was this released? I think it says 2013. I can't tell. I'm viewing this in OBS. Yeah, 2013. So they didn't have Hardwired released yet. So at that time, I believe Hardwired was their 10th album, wasn't it? Let me look at this. I'm pretty sure Hardwired was their 10th album. Metallica. Number of Metallica albums. Yeah, 10 studio albums. So at the time of writing this, there was only 9. And they chose to put 2 for Master of Puppets on there. And they're doing a top 10 list, okay? There's way too many good songs on each record to only do 2 from one album. I mean, maybe that's the only repetition, but I don't see that happening. I see them putting at least 3 from the Black Album on, but I guess we'll wait and see. Battery, we'll wait and see what they have to say about it. Battery is an absolutely amazing song. I'm not saying it's not. It is definitely in competition for one of the best songs on the record, but I like Disposable Heroes more.
Though this 5-minute number opens Metallica's highly influential Master of Puppets record, it's usually played near the end of the band's sets.
That's true.
The lyrics couldn't describe the song Sonic Assault any more accurately. This Battery is truly a powerhouse of energy. Written by James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich, it's a thrash metal classic that is here to stay.
Yep, that's true. Still not my pick. For Master of Puppets, it has to be Disposable.
Number 8, Seek and Destroy.
Yeah, I'll agree with that one. Yeah.
Their debut also features the speed and thrash metal sounds of the Four Horsemen. But it's Seek and Destroy off Kill 'Em All that makes our list.
I don't even consider the Four Horsemen to be one of the best songs on the record. I don't really like that sort of like almost Sweet Home Alabama type thing they have going on there. I definitely prefer the Mechanics from Megadeth. It is way better than the Metallica version of the Four Horsemen. When it comes to that, I would say the Four Horsemen is one of my least favorite on the records. You have stuff like Whiplash, Hit the Lights, Jump in the Fire, stuff like that. Four Horsemen, don't get me wrong, it's good, but there's just sections of the song that kill it for me. Like, for example, the middle part. If I remember correctly, I think Dave said he did not want that in there, and they just like forced it in there. And as a result, I don't think they ever played that part live. I don't remember if they played that part live. I can't remember if they do or not. It's been a while since I've seen a live video of Four Horsemen. Anyways, I agree with the statement when they said Seek and Destroy is one of the top 10 Metallica songs. It definitely is. It's important for Kill 'Em All. It's the only song from Kill 'Em All I've bothered to learn on guitar, so not that the others are bad, it's just it's the easiest. Anyways, let's continue.
Penned by Hetfield and Ulrich, this popular live track is often extended during concerts and contains several guitar.
I could have sworn Dave Mustaine wrote this one. I'm not sure. I could have sworn Seek and Destroy was made by it was written, or at least partially written by Mustaine, but I'm not sure.
Guitar solos. Various athletes have also used it during sporting events. Number 7, Enter Sandman.
Oh, what are you doing, WatchMojo?
My Friend of Misery.
What are you doing, WatchMojo?
Of Wolf and Man.
Okay, you literally just picked two songs that are better than Enter Sandman. I'm sorry. Like, I would say My Afraid of Misery is my favorite song on the record, followed closely by Of Wolf and Man. Those two are my favorite two songs on the record, but...
And The Unforgiven. But it's the Black Album's first single that really made the band a household name.
Yes, it's important for that reason, but for only that reason.
Without Enter Sandman's main riff and its more radio-friendly sound, they may never have sold over 22 million copies of the album.
Okay, I gotta stop pausing because I gotta make a comment every minute, well, every 10 seconds or so. It's important to the band because it put them on the map, it made them a household name, but it is also this song, Sad But True, and The Unforgiven are literally the most overplayed songs in metal. Not just in Metallica's discography, in metal. Those three songs are like the most overplayed songs. Yes, they are good songs, but holy crap, am I sick of hearing them because of how overplayed they are. When they played, I mean, The Unforgiven is slightly less. Like, I really like that song. It's a really good ballad. But Enter Sandman, it's just... I rolled my eyes when they played it live. I just did not care to hear it at all live. Let's continue.
And reached the top of the Billboard 200 charts. Number 6, Ride the Lightning.
I would have went... Okay,
the title cut from
that's a good
Metallica's
pick.
second album touches upon the
I would have put either The Call of Cthulhu or Creeping Death, but this is also a very good choice.
Credited to Hetfield, Ulrich, Cliff Burton, and Dave Mustaine, the 6.5-minute song is quick, ferocious, and everything you'd expect from a thrash metal band that was slowly making its way up the charts.
That's a good choice. I'm not going to knock him too hard for that one.
Number 5, Creeping Death.
Okay. You better have something load and reload on here. 10 acres is understandable.
Creeping Death was the perfect choice to be Ride the Lightning's only official single.
Yeah.
Because it exemplified Metallica's thrash metal sound to a T. Though it's not as fast-paced as some of the songs on their debut.
Definitely my favorite song off of Kill 'Em All. I mean, Ride the Lightning.
It's become a favorite among concert-goers who are sure to chant along with the band.
By the way, they did not play this live when I went to my concert. I was just so devastated.
Inspired by the biblical plagues, the song has also been covered by multiple artists. Number 4, For Whom the Bell
Are you
Tolls.
kidding me? They just had 3 off of Ride the Lightning. Come on, use some variety. Jeez. Okay, I'm not saying these songs are bad. They are very good songs. I just want to make that perfectly clear. But you're gonna make a top 10 list. You better sort of go over their entire catalog, not just 3 albums that I've heard so far. Well, technically 4: Master of Puppets, Ride, Kill 'Em All, and then Black Album. They need to have one song at least from every record. But that's just me.
This promo single from
May
Ride
he
the
rest in
Lightning
peace.
takes its name and subject matter from Ernest Hemingway's novel about the Spanish Civil War. Burton kicks things off with a highly distorted bass riff and quickly gets us into a headbanging mood. Thanks to its melody and aggressiveness, For Whom the Bell Tolls has also made
I'm so gonna get so many
multiple pop culture
copyright claims on this video.
Number 3, 1.
Okay, this song, just like Enter Sandman, is good for for like bringing them sort of into popularity. However, excuse me, I would not say that this song is one of their best. Yes, it is an absolutely amazing song, but they have an entire sea of amazing songs. I don't think this deserves top 3 spot. I think that there is a lot of other songs on this record that could have gotten this spot. And Justice for All, for example. That could have got the number 1 spot, the number 3 spot. To Live is to Die. You have stuff like Shortest Straw, Dyer's Eve, but they went with the most commercial one, unfortunately.
Metallica's 4th album may have given us Harvester of Sorrow and the title track. But it's the
You got Blackened as well. I don't
one that's got us hooked. After captivating us slowly and surely with its intro, the And Justice for All single keeps our attention with its hard and fast guitar work.
Digging my legs, digging my soul, let me with life in hell.
It didn't only become the band's first top 40 on the Billboard Hot 100, it also featured one of Kirk Hammett's best solos.
Yeah.
Number 2, Master of Puppets.
I haven't even heard a single song from Load, Reload, Saint Anger, or Death Magnetic. That's, understandable to an extent for at least one of those albums, but the other 3, they could have at least done one song, because there is good songs on those records. To clarify, like I've already said, reiterate, in case you didn't pay attention the first time, these are not bad songs. They are just picking way too many from certain albums.
Thanks to the fast-paced and intricate compositions on Master of Puppets, Metallica positioned themselves as one of thrash metal's big 4. This was due in large part to the album's only single and title track. Enhanced by Hetfield's and Hammett's guitar abilities, this song features the quintessential Metallica riff and is often considered one of heavy metal's finest tunes. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few...
Okay, you don't give freaking Orion an honorable mention. Are you kidding me? Who did they ask to put this list together? Who did they ask on the internet? They sure didn't ask real fans. A real fan would have put this in like the top 3. I'm sorry.
Honorable mentions.
This is not an honorable mention. Oh. What are you doing? They literally just did all 3 of the instrumentals as honorable mentions. Well, not all 3. There's also Suicide and Redemption and Anesthesia, but still. I could choose this as number 1.
Number 1, Fade to Black.
I can't knock them too hard for this one.
Right,
This solo is just so beautiful.
At the top of the list. Why? Fade to Black is simply one of the best examples of all of Metallica's styles. Dark lyrics, epic solo, and some intense transition work with its main riff. that's not all. The song's build-up shows Metallica isn't only good at shredding, but can be emotional as well.
Now I want to say goodbye. Goodbye.
I was so glad when
Do
they
you
played
agree
this
with our
live.
list? What's your favorite Metallica song?
I've only gotten to see him once.
Don't forget,
Boy,
hit the lights.
With new videos published daily, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com for more entertaining top 10s.
okay. So, I got a lot of problems with this list. Number one, they took some of the greatest Metallica songs that are arguably better than a lot of the stuff that they put on the actual top 10 and just put them as honorable mentions. It's completely ridiculous and backwards. Just like I thought, there was going to be a lot of stuff that was stupid about this video. Now, there was some things I agreed with, like Seek and Destroy, as well as Fade to Black. That definitely deserved to be on a top 10 list. I don't know about the top 10 Metallica songs in general, but keep in mind, anything I say is opinion, right? You could feel free to disagree with me on any number of these cases. So I'm going to tell you guys my top 10 list, and it's not just going to include stuff from the 5. It's going to include all albums. So I would have to say that my favorite song from, we're going to start at newest and then work our way back to oldest. So my favorite song from Death Magnetic would have to be, what have you noise? Oh, this freaking video put me to sleep because it's so boring. So I would have to say that my favorite song from Death Magnetic would have to be All Nightmare Long. That song is absolutely amazing, but there's also some other really good stuff. You got The Day That Never Comes, you got Suicide Redemption, My Apocalypse, stuff like that. Absolutely amazing song. All Nightmare Long is. It definitely showed a lot of their. It was kind of a return to the like the thrash metal roots, even though it's not technically thrash metal. It still was an absolutely ferocious song. From Saint Anger, you guys are not going to like me, but I actually like Saint Anger. I would have to say that my favorite song on that would have to be The Unnamed Feeling. That would definitely go in the top 10. When it comes to Reload, my favorite song on that would have to be Devil's Dance. Devil's Dance is just so full of groove. It's got such amazing riffs in it. I love that song to death. And obviously, on Load, it is going to be The Outlaw Torn. The Outlaw Torn, I think, is worthy enough to go up against any other Metallica song from the first 4 albums. No, it is not as heavy, but it is so jam-packed full of so many amazing riffs and melodies and just incredible solos that it's impossible not to compare it to the others, because that song is just absolute perfection from start to finish. And then on the Metallica album, I would have to say that my favorite on that would have to be My Friend in Misery. That is definitely going on the top 10. And you got other stuff too, right? You got Of Wolf and Man, absolutely amazing song. Through the Never, absolutely amazing. I consider that actually pretty much a thrash metal song, even though it's not. I consider it more of a groove metal song. It's got a lot of thrash elements in it, even though it's not really a thrash song. But I would have to say that on Injustice for All, mine would have to be The Frayed Ends of Sanity, even though I'm seriously debating on whether it to be Blackened or not. Blackened is absolutely amazing as well, but I have to give it to Frayed Ends of Sanity. And then on Master Puppets, it would have to be Disposable Heroes. I actually have 2 on Master Puppets. It's going to be Orion and Disposable Heroes. That is going to be those 2 from that album. And then on Ride the Lightning, it would have to be Creeping Death. Creeping Death, I would agree with that statement when they put that on the top 10. And then from the first one, it would have to be, honestly, Hit the Lights, because that song is just so iconic and so amazing. There's so many cool guitar riffs that they do in that song. Stuff that I wish they would still do, because that album was just jam-packed full of ideas and elements that they have pretty much just dropped ever since the first album. They used a lot of different effects on guitars that they either use seldomly or don't use at all anymore. Hit the Lights, Seek and Destroy is definitely a close second, though. But yeah, there's my list for top 10 Metallica songs. If you guys like this video, that'd be awesome. I don't know if I'm going to do the other ones simply because my list is probably not going to change. I deliberately didn't do Hardwired because I was trying to sort of compare my top 10 from this video at the time it had been made, right? So 2013, Hardwired had not came out yet. There was only up until, I think, I completely forgot about Beyond Magnetic. I would have to say an honorable mention would have to be Rebel of Babylon. That it's just, ooh, that just hits my soul so good. Rebel of Babylon. Another honorable mention would definitely have to be the Call. No, I'm not going to give that an honorable mention. Simply because it deserves to be on its own separate top 10 list. But I would have to say that Fade to Black is definitely an honorable mention. There's just too many amazing songs to honestly list. Like, because for every one song they have on a record, there's at least 2 or 3 more that are equally as good. And so it's hard to make a top 10 list, but when you have a list of like 3 or 4 songs from one album, then I kind of have to give you flack for it. Simply because it's just a focus on one particular album and not the entire discography, which their discography is so huge and so good that it deserves to be represented in its entirety, even stuff that you don't necessarily like. But yeah, that's my list of top 10. I would definitely like to know your guys' list of top 10 Metallica songs in the comment section down below. And I will go ahead and leave you guys. This has been Christ, and we will see you later. Let me know if you want to see the part 2 to me reacting to the other top 10 lists that they have. We'll see you guys later.